afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Piper's Car. Just got done unloading a lot of my crap to my new apartment, and now I'm heading back to my home city to go back to my condo. Yes, now I own a condo and an apartment. It's stressful. It was a stressful morning unpacking crap. Anyways, I was going to make a video when I got home here, but I might go to a poker tournament, so I might not even be on the internet at all. So I'm going to do it here, and it has to do with the recent deal of Trump working with Pelosi and Schumer, and how they are going to raise the debt ceiling so they can continue on with the current budget. And basically they can give billions of dollars for Harvey relief, which I support. I do support that. However, we need to talk about the debt ceiling. I wish that Trump, when he was discussing this with McConnell, Ryan, Pelosi, and Schumer, I wish he would have incorporated more of a deal with them. It seems that he acquiesced to Schumer and Pelosi. Now, a couple things with this. I don't mind this that much, believe it or not. Even though I cannot stand Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, I understand, and others should understand, that Trump does have to work with the other side. However, I think that he should have tried utilizing some type of quid pro quo. For instance, I will raise the debt ceiling, I will give you what you want in this bill, in this legislation, if you work with me on building the border wall. If you work on me in implementing tax reform. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Now, I think that's a bad choice. I'm kind of glad that he did essentially stick it to Ryan and McConnell, because Ryan and McConnell are rhinos, Republicans in name only. They're more moderate and left-leaning than what a Republican should be like. This is one reason why I do not actually like the Republican Party, because the Republican Party was supposed to be based upon conservatism, and they're no longer conservative anymore. The majority of Republicans are moderate. There are some Tea Party members that do align more toward the right, but for the most part, it's moderate and even left-leaning, especially when it comes to government spending. So it's kind of cool that, not really cool, but I find it acceptable that Trump is willing to basically say, screw you, to McConnell and Ryan, because it's a long time coming. However, I mentioned this once before regarding the debt ceiling, and there's a new way to look at the debt ceiling. And I was watching Peter Schiff's, one of his recent videos, and he was talking about this, and it's a very, very brilliant perception of the debt ceiling. The people are trying to push the Convention of States so they can institute constitutional amendments, amendment being that this has to be followed. And one of the big pushes for a Convention of States, if a Convention of States would happen, they want to try to implement and utilize or implement balanced budget amendment. So you have to balance the budget. The government has to balance the budget. Well, that is essentially what the debt ceiling is. The debt ceiling is there to make sure that Congress does balance the budget, that Congress does initiate a surplus. That's the whole point of the debt ceiling. But the way that our congressional leaders are acting, the debt ceiling is just there for show. It doesn't actually sustain any type of spending. It doesn't actually work the way it's supposed to. Whenever the budgets and just the overall fiscal policy, the overall fiscal quantity gets near the debt ceiling, they just raise it. So debt ceiling, in theory, or actually in practice, is just arbitrary. There's no really point for it. So I would like for them to actually view the debt ceiling in the way that it was designed. And it was designed that, hey, when you reach this much national debt, you are having an issue here. So it's time to cut spending. It's time to balance your budget in a way so the surplus outweighs the revenue. Or the surplus, so you have a surplus. I kind of got lost in my tracks there. So you have a surplus. That is, your revenue is higher than your expenditures. They should do this. They should start doing this. I would like to see more fiscal conservatism happen. And I feel that, here, I'm going to circle back now to the Trump, Pelosi, Schumer deal. I feel that Trump, doing this deal with Schumer and Pelosi, I don't think we're going to even get close to any type of fiscal conservatism. Because in 3 months, when we have to face the debt ceiling issue again, Donald Trump is going to go to Pelosi and Schumer, and he's going to say, remember, we worked out that deal? Now, can you help me and can you help us by utilizing and initiating tax reform? And Pelosi, or Schumer will say no. Pelosi will just probably look into space because she's just mentally insane. But Schumer's going to say no. They're going to say no. So, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel that Trump, he basically just gave Democrats a win, and there's no quid pro quo. There is no return on his investment. So I'll have to see if he can actually turn that around. I do like how he basically said, screw you to the Republicans, because the leadership Republicans, because they deserve it. And I like how he is working with Democrats. He does have to try to broker deals and work with people on the opposite aisle. However, I think this deal is bad. He should have tried to initiate some type of quid pro quo. Because when the time comes in 3 months, I don't think the Democrats are going to want to acquiesce at all. They're not going to want to work with Trump on the border wall, or his immigration policy, or tax reform. I mean, he could have used this deal, this budget, this legislation, to help himself in the future. And as of right now, there is no evidence that indicates this is what he has done. So, we shall have to see what happens in the near future. Anyways, I am driving right now, so I should probably go, and I'm done.